So you want to buy rental property. It's a really big deal. It is. Real estate is a great thing as far as I'm concerned. I've spent 45 years in the industry one way or another. Oh, and by the way, somebody said I didn't look professional enough, so no one was taking me serious. Well, they just don't know I don't give a frick about all the accolades and stuff that I've won over the years for just doing my fucking job, okay? But reality is, when you're buying rental property, all right, especially first time, I ran into this so many times it hurts my head, and I thought probably should say something. Someone will say, hey, this property looks good. It's getting, let's say, $1,000 a month. I'm like, okay, it gets $1,000 a month. Yeah, it should be a good deal. I'm like, well, there's a lot more to it than that. Well, yeah, but the mortgage is only going to cost me $300 a month. And so that means that I'm going to, make $700. It's like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't mean that at all. You got to look at property taxes, insurance, what the maintenance costs are going to be. There's a whole bunch of things you got to look at, Property tax, that's a really big deal in a lot of states, okay? When you sell a property, a lot of times, or when you buy a property, let's just say it's a $30,000 piece of property, okay? But the person before you bought it for $10,000. And then whenever you buy it for 30, that shows up and you get a new tax assessment. And what happens? The price of your property tax goes up. That definitely eats into whatever money you're making off of it, okay? And then a lot of people will, and I've always found this strange, buy a piece of rental property that they don't make any money off of, okay? Oh, I'm going to hold it for later. Well, that's great. At 70, I'm not holding shit, okay? I'm going to buy something that's making money. And I think that's the way everyone should do. They shouldn't just wait for things to get better because it's going to roller coaster. The economy is set up to roll every 8 years, extremely. That's the way it's set up, and it has to go that way, and I want to get into that. But when you get ready to buy something that you really want to buy, rent the property, and you think, well, I can't afford it. Well, yeah, you can't afford it. Just about anybody can. It's just on what rental property you buy and where you're buying it and that kind of stuff. And in our world today, you can live in California, you can buy something in Kentucky, okay, and you can still operate it. There's 1,000 ways to do it, all right? So if you get to that point where you're interested in doing that, let me know. I can help you. I can direct you. I can give you all kinds of ideas on what you can and you can't do and show you where you can start finding stuff and who to talk to and things along that line. Okay, because to me, it's just been a lifeblood. One of the things that I always tried to achieve, and it's been good and bad from time to time, but what I like to do is buy enough rental property where the income pays my personal life, personal debts, okay? And anything I make above that, that's extra money, okay? And it can be done, and you got to start off low and slow. Don't go from 0 to 1,000 overnight, which a lot of people do, and then they end up in trouble for a couple of years trying to figure out what in the hell they've done. But if you do that, and you got questions, let me know what your questions are. I can just about answer anything. I mean, my walls are full with crap. People, top producer, most creative, that's always my best one. But anyway, just let me know.